Her Majesty's Canadian ship Bonaventure, the Navy's seagoing air station, is a big ship with a big job. Commissioned in 1957 and equipped with the latest aircraft, the newest devices and weapons, the Bonaventure brings added strength to Canada's anti-submarine navy. From the command position on the bridge, orders from the captain direct the ship to her area of operations. Let's join the 19,000-ton carrier during an exercise in the Atlantic and see at first hand the capabilities of this fine new ship. While the Bonaventure maneuvers, the aircrew who fly the fighters, the anti-submarine planes, and the helicopters are briefed before takeoff. Nearly 100 pilots, radio, radar, and sonar operators are needed to man the Bonaventure's modern aircraft. Hands to flying stations. Aircraft from the hangar below have been serviced and they're ready to fly. Warning flags are hoisted. Pilots man their aircraft, checking and making last-minute adjustments. An aircraft director guides a Banshee jet fighter onto the Bonaventure's steam catapult, one of many new devices in carrier flying. Invented and developed by the British, the catapult is driven by steam from the ship's boilers. In just 30 seconds, it develops enough power to launch an aircraft. A steel cable fastens the aircraft to the catapult. After a final check by the pilot, the flight deck officer gives the signal for takeoff. Within 100 feet, the Banshee is airborne. Designed specifically for carrier-borne service with a speed of more than 600 miles per hour and a range of over 2,000 miles, the twin-jet Banshee provides fighter protection for the fleet. The all-weather Banshee is equipped with 20mm cannons and rockets. By using radar, it can intercept, attack, and return to the carrier without sighting the enemy. Against the submarine, the Bonaventure carries the Tracker. Designed in the United States and built in Canada, the Tracker, equipped with the latest detection devices and weapons, is a deadly menace to submerged or surfaced submarines. Among the unique features of the Tracker is the system of folding wings to permit close stowage on the flight deck and in the hangars. When fully extended, the wings measure nearly 70 feet. The twin-engine tracker is 42 feet long and weighs more than 11 tons, making it the largest aircraft ever to operate from a Canadian carrier. The steam catapult develops enough power to send it into the air at 100 miles an hour. It takes little more than a minute for the well-trained flight deck team to position and launch the tracker. And then it's time for another. The tracker carries a crew of 4 and can remain in the air as long as 7 hours without refueling. Because of its short takeoff run, the tracker can also get airborne easily without using the catapult. The tracker finds submarines on the surface with its radar, while subs below the surface are located with a magnetic device in the tail of the aircraft, or with sonobuoys dropped into the sea by the pilot or co-pilot. The sonobuoy reports by radio the presence of a submarine. The tracker can then attack with depth charges or the amazing homing torpedo, which automatically pursues and destroys the submarine no matter how it maneuvers. Working with the tracker in its fight against the submarine is the versatile helicopter, now fitted with a new detection device to add yet another member to the carrier's anti-submarine team. While the helicopter hovers, a device called the dunking sonar is lowered on a cable, and a skilled sonar operator listens for the telltale sounds of the sub. The dunking sonar can be hoisted quickly, and the helicopter flies to a new position to carry on its listening patrol. In the Bonaventure's operations and direction rooms, positions, courses, aircraft speeds, and also the ships in company are carefully recorded on giant plotting panels. Here, too, close track is kept of enemy units during an action at sea. This up-to-the-minute information provides a complete picture of the tactical situation and enables most effective and efficient use to be made of aircraft and ships. A helicopter and a destroyer escort operate with the carrier at all times on rescue duties, standing by, ready for any emergency. The patrol ends, and the aircraft make their return approaches. With new devices like the mirror landing aid, landings are faster and safer than ever before. The pilot lines up a row of lights with the reflected light in the mirror and brings his plane onto the deck. An arrestor wire pulls it to a halt. Another new development is the angled deck. If the aircraft does not make a proper approach or misses an arrestor wire, the pilot applies power and takes off for another circuit and landing. The angled deck permits aircraft to remain parked on the forward end of the flight deck while landings are taking place. The Banshee, with a much higher cruising speed than the Tracker, also has a higher landing speed. The Tracker lands at about 95 miles an hour, while the Banshee approaches at a speed of more than 130. Bonaventure, an old and honored name. The first Bonaventure sailed the seas in the days of the First Elizabeth. Today's Bonaventure is named after a world-famous bird sanctuary in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. HMCS Bonaventure provides a haven for the aircraft of the fleet which leave her deck and range far over the seas. Wings of the Fleet bring a new strength to Canada's Navy. They help guard our shores from the enemy above the sea, on the sea, and in the depths below.